Hey people, welcome to my first ever painting tutorial. I'm doing this because people have asked me about how I do my golds on my models, so I'm just going to show you a pretty awesome simple way on how I do my own gold really. So here we go. So I'm just using this as an example model today because it's obviously got quite a big surface area for gold. So you're going to need burnished gold from P3. You're going to need pig iron from P3 or bolt gunmetal, either one, because I think they're very similar. You're going to need reclaimed flesh shade, zucchini violet, and I use this artist paint. As you can see, it's quite a bright gold, so I use that. But you could also sometimes add a little bit of like light grey into the pig iron and highlight it with that way. But I'll show you guys what effects we're going to go for. So this is what the end product kind of looks like. As you can see, it's like edged highlighted a little bit on the edges there. So this is one that I made earlier. So it's really easy to do. You know, this video shouldn't be too long. If you want me to do any more painting tutorials or anything, please put a comment below, and I can you know, hook it up and do some tutorials. So I'm just gonna go straight in with the burnished gold really. So I left that to dry, and now I'm going to go over that the entire model with reclaimed flesh shade. I'm not going to let it pool far too much in the recesses. I will clean them away. So if you just dollop quite a lot on, so let's do the example on this hammer. Okay, so let's wipe a bit of the excess off there. Just don't go too close to the hammer. Make sure it gets into these little gaps and recesses. Make sure it settles on the bottom, because at the moment this is acting like a shadow underneath the armour. You can see already it's taken effect, and it gives it a really cool shadowy effect. So it is acting as your shadow, the reclaimed flesh. Then on here, don't let it sit on the edges, because you will be highlighting that later on. At the face, make sure it gets in all the gaps. and just continue to do this the entire model or in your gold surface area. And the flat bits, it's kind of hard to get any kind of shadow because obviously it's such a large surface area. But same again, just try to get it so it goes to just into the ridges of the actual model itself. Try to get it over the rivets as much as you can. And continue to do that for the entire model. So I'll catch you back after I finish that and it's dried. So guys, my Reekland Earthshade is dry now, and I'm now going to add my custom craft gold. So you can either use something similar to that, like a light gold, or this is why we needed the pig iron. You can use the burnished gold and the pig iron mix 50-50 for the highlight. It won't come out as bright highlight as what this gold is, but you could always add a little bit of white as well, just to make it up there. So now we're going to just add a gold line across the edges. Okay, there you go. So these lines are pretty thick compared to what I probably do on the other models, but I really want it to stand out, so you can have as thin or as thick as possible. It's totally up to you guys which you want. I try to get all the edges. You can always, if you want it like a more realistic effect, so you can, I'll show you on the shield here. So you can, instead of doing a straight line, you can like dink it out a little bit, so it brings it out. So it's kind of like a chip to gold effect, as if like the gold shield has chipped, and I just do that randomly all across there. So it's totally up to you on like what style and what kind of gold effects you're going for on the actual model. If you're going for more realistic, I'd probably go for the chip to effect. If you're going for a clean ripped effect, I'd go for just for the true straight line. Same on the hammer. The hammer just all across the edges. So yeah, do that on the entire model. So make sure, like, if you've got a part like this where it kind of melts together, kind of try split it up with a line straight down there. So yeah, continue to do that to the entire model, and then we'll go back to the next phase. Catch you in a sec. So now I'm going to use my zucchini violet, 50-50 water in the zucchini, not too heavy at all. I don't want it to be protruding through, as mainly as a purple. And then once again, I'm going to go over the top of kind of where the Reekland flesh were earlier. Just add it into the recesses. As you can see, it's kind of like darkened up the areas that was underneath and kind of made it more like a rustic kind of feel. And once you've done that the entire model, it brings out a real awesome antique gold looking model. So I'll show you the finished model. So that is what it will look like, the finished product. As you can see, I went over and I made it a lot darker. Once it dries out, it goes a lot darker and it looks really, really awesome. It has a really cool effect. So people, if you want another tutorial on anything what I paint, just let me know in the comments below. Put it below if you think this tutorial was okay, and what I could do to improve it. That'd be proper awesome and really helpful to me and my channel. So thanks everybody, peace out, have a great weekend and stuff, and don't forget to share it with your friends. Bye.
Asylum Wargaming.